Zendaya. You know the name. You've definitely seen the movies. But her journey from being a Disney kid to becoming one of the most powerful people in Hollywood, that wasn't an accident. No, it was a masterclass in strategy, in vision, and in taking control. Okay, let's get into it. And really, this one quote, it's the key to understanding everything. And get this, she was only 16 years old when she said it. That's not just a line. It's a mission statement that has pretty much guided her entire career. It just shows a level of foresight and guts that is so incredibly rare. So, to really understand how she got that power, we have to rewind, go all the way back to the beginning. Because her career started on a path that, looks pretty familiar for a lot of young performers. But it took a very sharp and very deliberate turn. Okay, so picture this. At 14, she's a lead on the huge Disney show Shake It Up. By 16, she's the youngest contestant ever on Dancing with the Stars, and she almost wins the whole thing. She's a certified star inside the Disney machine, so when Disney comes knocking with an offer for a brand new show, she's got leverage, and boy, does she know it. And this, right here, is the turning point. This is the moment where Zendaya stops being just another Disney star and starts becoming the architect of her own career. The show was called Super Awesome Katie. And look, for almost any other teen actor, this is it. It's a dream come true. You just smile, you sign the contract, and you're grateful. But Zendaya, she saw it as a negotiation. It was a moment to claim the power she felt she'd already earned. But what's so mind-blowing wasn't just that she made demands, it was what she demanded. She didn't just ask for more money. She demanded to be a producer. She insisted her character be smart and kind of socially awkward, not just another pretty girl who could sing and dance. She said the show had to feature a family of color, and she even made them change the name, famously asking the execs, "Do I look like a Katie to you?" And you know what? They agreed. To all of it. The show got a new title, Casey Undercover, and it became a huge hit, with a 16-year-old producer running things. This just perfectly shows her ability to turn leverage into actual, real-deal creative control. She wasn't just the talent anymore. She was the boss. So, now that she had this new power, this agency, Zendaya started using her platform to control her own narrative, both on the screen and off of it. A perfect example of this came at the 2015 Oscars. A fashion commentator made a comment that her dreadlocks probably smelled of patchouli and weed. I mean, it was dismissive, stereotypical, and as Zendaya herself called it, just an outrageously offensive remark. Now, she could have just ignored it, right? But nope. She released this powerful, thoughtful statement. She completely reframed the moment, explaining that her hairstyle was a deliberate choice to put locks in a positive light, and to remind people of color that their hair is good enough. She turned a nasty comment into a lesson for everyone. And she kept that same energy later in the year when she called out a magazine for photoshopping her body. She actually posted the original photo right next to the retouched one, taking a stand for what's real. See the pattern? Again and again, she insisted on controlling her own image. Okay, so you've got all this power, you've found your voice. How do you finally shed that Disney image for good? Well, you make a choice that is so bold, so risky, that nobody can ever see you as just a kids' show star again. She chose Euphoria. Playing Rue, a teenager who was struggling and relapsing with drug addiction, was a huge, huge gamble. This HBO series was raw. It was graphic. It was literally the polar opposite of anything she'd done on Disney. This was her jumping off the deep end, and honestly, it could have gone either way. So how did that massive gamble pay off? Well, let's just say it did. Big time. We're talking 2 of these. Yup, 2 Primetime Emmy Awards. With her first win, she made history as the youngest person to ever win for lead actress in a drama. And then with her second, she became the youngest person to ever win it twice. That risk didn't just pay off, it cemented her as one of the most respected actors in the entire industry. And all that critical acclaim? Yeah, it's matched by some serious box office power. We're talking about films where she's a lead actress grossing over $3.9 billion worldwide. She's not just an incredible artist, she's a global commercial powerhouse. So what's next? When you've got that level of critical and commercial success, what do you even do? Well, for Zendaya, the answer isn't just about picking the next cool role. It's about shaping the future of the industry itself.
And this brings us right back to the beginning, full circle. She's now talking about becoming a director. But just look at her ambition. It's the exact same principle she had when she was 16. It's all about using her power to create new opportunities and to make sure the stories she tells will always, always center Black women.
When you really look at her whole career, you realize she wasn't just trying to fit into Hollywood's mold. She was building an entirely new one based on ownership, on being authentic, and on advocating for what's right. She proved that you can get power by demanding it. And that just leaves us with one final thought. She's laid out the blueprint, but who else has the courage to follow it?